If you are watching this, then I have succeeded in my challenge. Welcome back to Books with Kimberly. I miss y'all. I miss doing book reviews. But the truth of the matter is, I have been in a reading slump. I am currently sort of in a reading slump right now. I'm starting to get back into reading, and I'm hoping that today is like the 21st of August. I'm hoping that within these last couple days of August, I can do some major reading so that I can actually have an August wrap up, because I did not have a. Did I have a June? I did have a June wrap up, but I did not have a July wrap up, which is crazy. So I need to actually read some books so that I can have an August wrap up and I can come back and give y'all some content, because I absolutely miss doing book reviews for my channel. Now, today is Saturday, and I am about to log into a Zoom meeting that I don't know how long it's going to take. But after this meeting, I am challenging myself to finish 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. It's giving me chick lit / romance. It's women's fiction. It's a really good book. I have been taking my precious time reading it, but I have in ebook pages 161 pages to go. And my challenge is to knock it out today so that I can come back before you tomorrow or later today and do a full book review on this book. Because it's an ebook, it is so easy for me to get distracted and get on Instagram, get on Facebook, get on Clubhouse, get on YouTube, text. My mind has been everywhere but wanting to focus on a story. So, wish me luck. Well, this will be old, but I'm wishing myself luck, because y'all don't know about this yet. I'm wishing myself luck, and hopefully I'll be back to y'all soon with a full book review of 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Bye. Hey y'all, so I am back. I am done with my meeting, so I'm free for the rest of the day to read, but it's been 4 hours. The meeting was 4 hours, but it was a really good meeting, so no complaints from me. I'm really hungry now, so I'm gonna eat, and I was thinking like I can't eat and then in the other hand be like flipping through pages of this ebook, but I'm like, I really want to watch a little TV, and this is how it starts. This is how I don't get reading done, because I'm like, I'm just gonna watch a little TV, and a little TV ends up a lot of TV. Or I'm reading the ebook, but I'm like, wait, before I get a couple pages, let me just get on social media so I can get that out the way. Then time keeps going, and I have gotten no reading done. So I'm going to try to do better today, y'all. As soon as I'm done eating, even if I haven't finished the TV show, I'm just going to make myself stop and get into a comfortable place so that I can read this ebook. But speaking of ebooks, I was thinking, maybe that's my problem. Maybe I've gotten too dependent on ebooks and audiobooks as my avenues for reading. I'm distracted by getting on other apps and social media and text messages coming in. So maybe I need to get back into reading physical books. They always say put your phone down. That's the problem, is I'm too on this phone like right now. But I'm talking to y'all, so it's okay. My problem is I need to put my phone down. And if I put my phone down and all I have are physical books, then I will focus better on reading and get more reading done. But sometimes physical books like push you to sleep, and then all of a sudden, you getting hit in the face. I'm not going to think about the negatives, though. I'm going to think about the positive, and I'm going to challenge myself to maybe in these 9 days that I have left to have books actually read for my August wrap-up, that I will actually have read a physical book. I'm about to finish cooking and hopefully get some reading done. Bye. Hey, y'all. I am back, and 0 reading has been done. It's been an hour and a half since I had lunch, and there was TV watching, there was phone calls, and 0 reading. But I am about to get into it now. I'm actually really excited because I left off on a really good part, so I think I'm gonna relax, maybe get in bed and do some reading. We'll try. Because the thing about getting in bed is you get relaxed, and before you know it, you're taking a nap. So the book I'm currently being distracted from reading because of nobody's fault but mine is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This book starts off where we get to meet the main character, who is Eva Mercy. Eva Mercy is a author. She has a book series called Curse. It's about 14 books. She's currently working on her number 15, but she has writer's block right now, something I know a lot about. I am constantly in writer's block. And her Curse series, it seems like a cross between Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey, like the adult Twilight with some 50 Shades of Grey erotica in it. Eva Mercy is this author. It starts off, she's at a book signing party with some of her fans who are all middle-aged white women. That is like who her main fan base is, even though she is a black author and her characters are black. During this part, she starts to have an excruciatingly painful headache, migraine, and we find out that she has chronic migraines that are really, really bad, to the point that she can spend weeks in hospitals. She's always bedridden. She has to take really strong medicines and pain shots daily. She's had them since she was a child. So she starts to have one, and she leaves the party early. And she has to leave the party early also because her daughter is 11 years old, but she thinks she is a Iyanla Vanzant and be trying to fix these people's life, like teenagers. People literally come to her to fix their life and give them therapy. But the funny thing is I really like this part of the story because I have 3 nieces, and 2 of my nieces are 12 and 13. And y'all, I actually be asking them for advice. Like, there have been times where I've asked my niece, like, so this guy didn't text me back, and like, do you think I should reach out to him? And to be honest, I've even asked my 7-year-old niece advice as well. Like, I've been like, girl, do you think I should be texting this person? And she looking at me like, Auntie, what are you talking about? Like, can I go back to watching my YouTube video? She give me a hard shrug like, I don't know. Those are my nieces. I mean, I don't take their advice, but I probably should, because my nieces be giving pretty good advice. What is unique about this story is that it takes place in 7 days, and it also gives you a flashback to Eva in her senior year of high school during a 7-day period where she met Shane Hall, who is the other main character. But Shane Hall, who is the other main character, he is also an author of a book series. It's probably like 3 books he's written about a character named 8. She's a very angsty teenager who's going through a lot. She has a troubling background. And the reason that this is very relevant is because Shane and Eva, when they meet up for the first time since high school, the 2 of them have an exchange where they say, like, look, you need to stop writing about me. And he's like, no, you need to stop writing about me first. So the premise of this book is that the 2 of them connected in high school for 7 days. And within that 7 days, they had this strong connection that really impacted their lives, to the point that the 2 of them in their writing careers, they've been writing about each other. And y'all, I have to tell y'all about this moment. It was so romantic when he was like, I haven't been writing about you. I've been writing to you. And I mean, that just y'all, it just took me out. I'm like, these books have been like letters to one another because they have not seen each other for so long. And so that's the point where I am in the story right now, which is they've reconnected after years. I mean, it has to be 15 plus years of them not knowing each other, because they spent that 7 days together. And what happened is the both of them were like taking drugs, drinking, skipping school. in those 7 days. What I'm getting so far is that on day 7, Shane left her and she never saw him again. So right now, I'm just really interested in what happened in their lives between this period of the 7 days and now. Because I'm thinking this book, the premise of it is, I'm thinking it's going to be parallels to the past where they only had 7 days together as teenagers, and now they're on this book, the setting is only going to be 7 days. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all know I don't read the backs of books because they tell too much information. I'm not going to come back and tell y'all any more about the book because I feel like that'll get into spoiler territory. So I'll just come back and let y'all know my rating and just my overall thoughts about how the book ended, what I thought of it as a whole. So y'all, I really hope that by the end of today, 12 a.m. on this Saturday, that I finish this book. So I'm gonna get to it. Bye. Tia girl, Tia. Honey, Tia is bringing it. Because not only are we getting romance, we're getting shocking revelations as well. So I just finished section Thursday. The shocking moment at the end of Thursday was so good. And I'm just like, Tia, keep taking me on this journey. I am loving it, sis. Y'all get into this book. The week is almost ending, so we'll see what happens. I'll be back. I finished. Y'all, I just finished the book. It is 8:45 to 9 o'clock on Saturday. So I did finish the book. I knocked out those 161 pages. I had a couple breaks, but I finished it. Welcome back to Books with Kimberly. Don't forget to like, comment, share my channel, and subscribe. Y'all, I'm jumping right into it. I give this book 7 Days in June by Tia Williams 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I mean, there was so much to love about this book. So many themes that she touched on. And the characters were so complex and so well written. And I just loved every single one of them. This book was so good. I recommend that everyone read it. Some of the themes that it touched on: motherhood, whitewashing, losing passion in your career, dealing with sobriety, dealing with traumatic experience. There was talk about at-risk youth, generational curses, how your family lineage can affect who you are, getting to know your family, dealing with an invisible disability. So many themes in this book. And of course, all of it was wrapped around a beautiful love story, a beautiful but complicated roller coaster of a love story, but that's so realistic, and I think that's what really drew me into this book. There were so many themes of love. How do we love complicated people in our life, and about that unconditional, beautiful love that comes out of us when we meet that person that is meant for us. And one of those themes of love that I really love that Tia Williams touched on is, when are you ever ready for love? And when you have two complicated characters that both have a lot of work that they need to do within themselves, together you think, because the two of them haven't completely healed from wounds of the past, it makes you question whether or not they can have a successful, beautiful adult relationship. And so in this book, Tia Williams really explored the thought of, maybe two people aren't meant to be together. They're in love, but they can't make a relationship work. But then maybe they can. Are you ever ready for love? I love how she answered those questions in this book, and she did it in such a beautiful way with the characters Shane Hall and Eva Mercy. I absolutely love this book. I recommend that everyone read it. There was only one critique I had about this book very early on, and that was that because it's so heavy on the romance, I wanted my romantic feels a little bit earlier. I had to wait halfway through the book before Eva and Shane really kind of come together. They collide, and we start to get those scenes of them and that chemistry. But before that, it was a lot of background, a lot of flashbacks to their early childhood, those 7 days they spent together. But still, it was worth the wait, because once it came, it was steamy, it was complicated, it was realistic, it was beautiful, it was black love, it was romantic, it was everything I wanted and more. And so because of that, I'm throwing that critique out the window. This book I just absolutely love. I am predicting that it will be one of my top books of 2021. And thank you again for watching a Books with Kimberly video.